Eala breaks into world number 38 after Abu Dhabi thriller. Eala's rise on the global tennis stage took another significant leap on Thursday as the Filipina standout climbed to a career-high number 38 in the WTA Live rankings, following her dramatic run at the Abu Dhabi Open. The 20-year-old's latest jump comes on the heels of a gritty second-round victory that sent her into the quarterfinals of the WTA 500 event in the United Arab Emirates, further cementing her status as one of the fastest-rising players on the tour. Eala booked her place in the last 8 after outlasting Alexandra Sasnovich in a marathon 2-6, 6-4, 7-6, 5 comeback at the Zayed Sports City International Tennis Center. The nearly 3-hour battle saw Eala overturn a daunting deficit in the final set, save match point, and steady herself in a tense tiebreak to seal one of the most memorable wins of her career. Beyond the immediate result, the victory carried major implications for her ranking trajectory. By reaching the quarterfinals, Eala collected enough points to vault into the top 40 for the first time, moving up to number 38 in the live standings, the highest ranking ever achieved by a Filipina in the Open era. Her Abu Dhabi campaign has also underscored a growing maturity in high-pressure situations. After dropping the opening set against Sasnovich, Eala gradually shifted the momentum by extending rallies, forcing errors, and capitalizing on key moments late in both the second and third sets. What began as a match slipping away evolved into a showcase of resilience that resonated strongly with the pro-Filipino crowd in attendance. Eala's reward is a quarter-final clash against second seed Ekaterina Alexandrova, who cruised past Diana Yastremska in straight sets to book her own spot in the last 8. The matchup presents another stern test, but also another opportunity for Eala to push her ranking even higher as the season unfolds. With consistent results early in the year and a growing reputation for thriving in big moments, Eala's ascent to number 38 signals more than a statistical milestone. It reflects a player increasingly comfortable on the sport's biggest stages, and one whose ceiling continues to rise with every hard-fought win. Eala and the night the desert listened. The lights in Abu Dhabi do not flicker. They blaze, steady and unforgiving, like they expect greatness to stand still beneath them. On that night, Eala did not stand still. She moved. Across the hard court, across expectation, across a line that had once felt impossibly far away. When the final ball skidded off her opponent's racket and died just wide of the baseline, the sound that followed was not thunderous. It was sharp, certain. The kind of silence that only arrives when a truth has been settled. Eala dropped her racket. World number 38. The number would travel fast, through phones buzzing in Manila, through tennis group chats, through headlines hungry for verbs like breaks into and surges. But in the moment, the number didn't matter. What mattered was that she closed her eyes, pressed her palms together for half a second, and breathed like someone who had just outrun a storm. The Abu Dhabi match had been a thriller in the truest sense. Not because of theatrics, but because it demanded nerve. Long rallies that stretched the lungs. Break points that asked uncomfortable questions. Momentum that shifted like sand underfoot. The desert does that. It reminds you nothing is stable unless you make it so. Eala did. She had been here before, in different forms. Junior Grand Slam trophies. Viral headlines. The weighty phrase future star attached to her name before she was old enough to vote. The world had always spoken about Eala in the future tense. On this night, the future answered back. The match twisted through its phases: dominance, doubt, defiance. There were moments when her forehands sang, clean, fearless, angled just enough to pull gasps from the crowd. There were others when the ball came back one more time than it should have, when patience became a test of belief. In those moments, Eala did not rush. She did not panic. She constructed points like someone who trusted the math of her own game. This was not a teenager trying to announce herself. This was a professional claiming space. The final set felt like a negotiation with destiny. Every hold of serve mattered. Every return was a small rebellion. When the decisive games arrived, Eala's body language shifted, shoulders back, eyes steady, footwork sharp. The desert heat, the stakes, the ranking implications, all of it faded into the background. There was only the ball, the court, and the choice to swing free. She chose freedom. When the match ended, the applause came in waves, respectful at first, then warmer, then unmistakably convinced. Tennis crowds know when they've seen a hinge moment. This was one of them. World number 38 is not a finish line. Alex Eala knows that better than anyone. Rankings are doors, not destinations. But doors matter. They change the rooms you're allowed to enter, the conversations you're invited into, the assumptions people make when they see your name on a draw sheet. For Philippine tennis, the doors swung especially wide. Eala has always carried more than her own ambition. She carries a flag in her bag, folded neatly beside spare grips and wristbands. Every win redraws the map of what's possible for a country still carving its space in the global tennis imagination. Every ranking jump whispers to a kid somewhere that the tour is not a distant planet. It's a place you can reach. The Abu Dhabi breakthrough did not feel accidental. It felt earned. Years of grinding on smaller courts. Of losses that didn't make headlines. Of learning when to attack, when to absorb, when to let go of a point and trust the next one. Her game has matured quietly, stronger legs, smarter patterns, a serve that now starts points with intent rather than hope. And perhaps most importantly, a mind that no longer flinches when the stakes rise. After the handshake, after the smiles and the quick wave to the crowd, Eala sat on her bench and toweled off like it was just another match. That was the tell. Not the celebration, not the ranking jump, but the calm. The sense that this was not a miracle night, but a checkpoint. Outside the stadium, the city hummed on. Inside, something shifted. World number 38 will look different in the morning light. Printed on graphics, spoken by commentators, debated by analysts. But it will always trace back to this night in Abu Dhabi, to a thriller played under desert stars, where Alex Eala proved she belongs not in the conversation of promise, but in the present tense of achievement. The future, at last, has caught up with her. And judging by the way she walked off that court, head high, steps light, it may already be trying to keep pace.